Assalamu alaikum. Hi, Oracle Reiki spiritual healer. And I have been getting a lot of, calls and contacts about chosen ones not receiving any help from their family. They've been, isolated, put out. I see a lot of them online in distress. And they've reached out to me with these questions. So I wanted to make sure that you're able to understand that usually you are a second generation scapegoat or black sheep, which means that your grandparents were attacking your parents, either one or both of them, on both sides of your family. Okay, and they were unsuccessful in bringing your parents under the family's control so that they can siphon their energy, so that the family would be in a permanent state of lack. So you may have energy vampires on your mother's side, and you may have had a destiny swap on the other side of your family. This type of negative energy has to be cleansed. So what you want to be able to do is use your selenite stones. Use your selenite stone. I like to use, for my clients, I like to use the black tourmaline stone in order to cleanse this type of negative energy. You want to make sure that you keep that type of stone with you when you go around these people, so that you're able to cut those cords from those energy vampires and those destiny swapping family members who want to give your energy to the family members who they think should deserve it. Now, some of those family members has your energy, has your financial energy, have your health energy. And so when you're cutting these cords, when you're using the holy books in order to cut these cords, when you're fasting and praying, when you're prostrating, then you're going to be able to see that negative energy go back. That negative energy that they have been plotting and planning for your downfall, it has to go back to the sender, return to sender. So in many cases, what I'm saying to you is that you're the second generation of the black sheep and the scapegoat in your family. That you were never supposed to rise. You were never supposed to grow above the ones that they wanted to give your energy to, the narcissists of the family. A lot of times, those people who have your energy, they will not be able to maintain that type of energy, and especially when they become elderly, they will not be able to maintain that energy that they have been sending out a negative frequency to keep you in a low vibrational state. And it says in the holy books that every generation gets weaker yet wiser. So that is one of the reasons why they're not able to continue to attack you in this way, because they do not have the understanding in order to control those types of frequencies and attacks the way that our grandparents did. So they are weaker, and the chosen ones have gotten wiser in order to move away from these type of people when we feel those types of attacks upon us. Every time we go around them, we feel that attack, that stale feeling that, they are almost bursting with rage because of the gift that we have upon our life, because of the blessings that we have upon our lives. So I like to take, my black tourmaline stone and, just put it in my pocket. I put it in my purse and I take it with me. And any kind of attack that is coming from these types of people. And remember, you're going to have to cut the cord with these types of people. So I have the spiritual healing herbs and rituals that you can use. You can reach out to me for the cleansing rituals, the tea baths and the baths that you can use with these rituals. But until you can do so, you can have that selenite stone or the black tourmaline stone. It will definitely help in breaking those trauma bonds, those energy frequencies that are sent out at you. And you want to be able to make sure that you're taking it. If it's in your cart, it's fine. If it's in your purse, it's fine. If you have a big enough wallet, like a suitcase, it's fine to put that black tourmaline or that selenite stone in those places so that it is not viewed by other people and is not able to be touched by other people. So these people have been setting up on you for generations. This is a generational curse because it was an attack upon your parents to keep them in a low vibrational state. And many of you will be surprised to understand that your parents were brought under control. Their energy was siphoned by one or both sides of your family. And they ended up very sick. And in some cases, your parents ended up unalived because they had been under attack by both sides of your family for so long. And they had intended on doing the same thing to you until you pull your power back, until you cut those cords by leaving. And now you have to cleanse those negative energies from you. You have to cleanse those cords, those frequencies that they've been sending at you, because just because you have left the situation doesn't mean that you're not in a cycle or a pattern with those persons, those spiritual narcissists of your family, those family narcissists trying to set up on you and attack you. We have to make sure that we are cleansing our soul, our bodies, our minds from these negative entities. These people who are trying to set up on our gifts and control our emotions. They're trying to control the way that we see ourselves and bring us down into a low self-esteem, bring us down into sickness and illness. So we have to be able to cleanse these frequencies. And one of the greatest ways is to use the stones in order to remove that negative energy, those attacks, and break those cords off of your life. And you will be able to identify and see those people who have, been using this malevolent energy, this black magic. These people who are in occults, who have joined in occults in your entire family. And again, many times it's on both sides of your family. This is why that negative energy must be cleansed with certain tea baths, with certain rituals, with certain prayers over your life. So now that we have this type of understanding of why these people will not support you, they will not help you, because you were supposed to be beneath them. You were supposed to be under them. You were not supposed to outgrow them or their children. And many times your uncles and aunts were your parents' siblings that were using this negative energy in order to keep your family in lack, in order to keep you from growing above their children. This type of energy has been given to your uncles and aunts, sometimes in many cases your cousins. And when you are taking back your power, calling back your power from your health, from your finances that these people are holding hostage, then in many cases, these people become very sick and ill when you call your power back, when you sever that connection that they have sent out with that frequency. They become very sick. And in many cases, especially if they are elderly, especially if you abruptly just up and left, many times they will be, unalived and harmed in the process of the chosen one calling back their power and pulling back their power from that negative person that had it, that negative narcissist, that spiritual narcissist that had their energy. So I hope that you understand how to use these types of stones to cleanse yourself from these entities. You can reach out to me for the rituals and methods in order to cleanse and cut and sever these ties with these people. Please book your one-on-one life coaching sessions or your video chat sessions. I'm High Oracle, Reiki spiritual healer. Assalamu alaikum.